Hey, what is up, everybody? Welcome to Doom Eternal. This is the Ancient Gods Part 1 DLC. We're on the final mission to get all the collectibles in this DLC, which brings us to Mission 3, the Holt. As always, we're going to get right to it, get all the collectibles related to the achievements in this DLC. So the first thing that we're going to get is an extra life. This is kind of right after, first little battle in the game. You're going to come to this waterfall. Again, you're going to have to go this way, and you're going to have a breakable tree to your right. That's how you know you're in the right spot. Immediately turn left and follow this path all the way to the back for your first collectible and first extra life of the mission. Back to that same waterfall. Now you can see that I have punched that tree down, so now we're going to take that to get on top of the waterfall. As soon as we get up here, actually turn to your left and jump up on this ledge, and now kind of take that back, and we can go back the way we came to get onto the top level to get this Slayer key. From the Slayer key, let's make our way back across to the top of the waterfall again, but before we go back down, hang a left and take this path, and you're going to find a breakable wall to your next extra life. From that extra life, we're going to continue back. Now we're going to actually go down to the top of the waterfall, so this is if you just had walked up. Immediately on your right hand side, progressing forward just a little bit, is another breakable wall in our next secret encounter. Alright, progressing forward a little bit, you're going to come to this large arena here. You're going to have a decent fight in this area. You can't really miss it. You'll probably find this auto map just while you're in here in this kind of large fight. But in this large room, all the way to the right hand side, opposite of where you come into this large area, is the auto map. From that auto map, let's just turn around and we're going to walk back towards the center, and if you look to your left, you'll see the Slayer gate. Now that's what we picked up the Slayer key for earlier, and opening this Slayer gate is going to enter a kind of small battle arena, and when you finish that, you're going to get your final support rune of the game. So moving on a little bit, you're going to get to this area where you can see this kind of large structure in the distance. You're going to come to this, you're going to see it. Actually, if you just fall straight down, you're going to find your next Codex. Now, from this Codex, I'm actually going to show you how to get here because it's kind of confusing. It took me a long time to just figure out where to go. So I'm going to show you where to go. So from that Codex, we're going to climb back up the wall. But this time we're going to go back the way we came. So you're going to have to turn around, and now you'll be able to jump across the gap onto this path here. And again, this is the way that you have to go in order to progress the level. So you're going to come up here, and now you're going to be able to jump onto this climbable wall that's on this kind of tree trunk, and you'll jump across to a tree that you can knock over that's on this ledge. Once you do that, you're going to climb all the way to the end of that tree, and if you fall off, you're going to be able to hit it again and punch it all the way across this gap. Doom God's strong, man. Imagine punching a tree across the gap. Anyway, so once you punch that across the gap, you're going to jump over this here, and now we're going to be into this section, which will fall down, dash forward onto this wall, and we're going to jump all the way over to this platform. And now once we're here, you can finally see the next two up in between or behind those lasers. Jump down and to the left to a breakable wall in order to get in there and pick that up. Alright, moving on. This is a pretty beautiful scene actually, but once you get to this area and you're walking up that path, you'll see these floating rocks to the right and left. On the right side is our next Codex. Also, if you do need it, there's also a health supercharge on the left. I'm not showing all the supercharges and BFG ammo in this, but this one's right here, so if you want to grab that, go ahead. Next up is our next secret encounter. You're going to have a very large battle in this arena here, okay? And you have to go in here. Eventually, after you finish a large fight, you will see the secret encounter behind those lasers. And until you interact with this console right here by putting your hand on it, actually, once you do that, just look straight up and a new button that you can shoot will be there. And that's actually going to make those lasers disappear. And now you can do the second secret encounter and the final secret encounter of this DLC. Moving on a little bit further, you're going to dash across a large gap, and you're eventually going to be on this bridge. And you'll see this, you're going to recognize this. If you turn behind the way, behind you, you have to interact with this switch here. You really can't miss this codex just right to the left of that. Again, you're going to have to go in here, and that codex is right there to the left. Again, on the path that you have to go, you're going to be in this area here where you're going to have to interact with this switch, and then you jump onto this vent and launch across to shoot this button and grab this lever so you can dash and pass through, this grate here. Now, once you do that, before you continue on, turn back around, and on that thing that you jumped across, you're going to see a button on the back side. Now you can shoot that, and you'll see in the distance that locked door is now unlocked. So let's jump back across, and we'll go through that door for our 4th codex. Now we're going to make our way back across that same gap. This is where we just were. So now we're going to progress forward. There's some BFG ammo here, but just to the right of that is our final codex and final collectible of this DLC. So I hope you all have found this helpful and you enjoyed it. As always, guys, if you like my stuff, feel free to like and subscribe. I just do this for a hobby. I love making guides and kind of just making videos. So if you guys like it, and get involved, be a part of the community, and hopefully I'll see you around.